Jason, we should have had you do that one. Explain it for us.
I got to get my telescope that's down here somewhere.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can clear the skies out, at least for just a little bit, so we can see a little bit of the supermoon out there right now. But we do have a little bit of fog to talk to you about as well for you tonight.
Okay.
We finally got some of that rainwater on out of here. Take a look at this. Frank, you are the absolute best. Frank's our director here, and he found the supermoon shining ever so brightly up there.
Nice.
You can see a little bit of cloud cover out there as well. So kids, run out. Take the parents out there with you and just enjoy it. All right, let's talk about the forecast for the rest of the evening. We're at about 71 degrees here. Dew point temperature still holding in the 70s. So yes, it is still humid out there. Winds have calmed. Look at that, a west wind right now at Cleveland Hopkins, roughly around 3 miles per hour. Something I'm still going to be harping on, at least for the next couple of days or so, because a lot of us is going to be outside and enjoying the sunshine. We still have very high allergens across the area. Mold and ragweed are still running amok across the area. So again, if you have any sort of breathing issues, last week we're dealing with the smoke and also the haze. This is also going to be another one that we're going to be dealing with, certainly with all the water we've had across the area the past couple days. So national temperatures right now, certainly we got some friends out there in the Four Corners region. Albuquerque at 90 degrees, 81 right now. You had some earlier storms down there in Dallas, 85 in New Orleans. They were up to about, I think, 104 in terms of a heat index today. 68 degrees in Boston, over in New England, 65 for Bozeman, even over in Vegas. Yeah, okay, we're not even going to worry about you, Vegas. You're at 104. That is a standalone surface temperature right now. So still got some shower activity and some storms still moving across the Arklatex region, northern Mississippi, Alabama. That's what's churning down there. High pressure will perform very well for us here in northeast Ohio and frankly the Buckeye State tomorrow. There could be a couple pops in the atmosphere. I think it's going to be maybe around 10 to 20% for tomorrow afternoon. 20, perhaps even 30% chance for a pop-up or two on Wednesday, but we're expecting mainly sunny skies, so don't worry about that for tomorrow's firework plans. A stationary boundary up to the north, a stationary boundary from New England all the way back towards the mid-Atlantic states with high pressure even back over towards the Rockies. This is what we're still dealing with right now, so cloud cover still moving through, just some pop-ups south in our Tuscarawas, Carroll County regions, our southern counties. But our weather headlines, at least for Wednesday and Thursday, will be the heat. Heat index values in the mid-90s going to be expected at their highest. In terms of a heat advisory, don't worry about that because we'll still be outside of that threshold for heat indices 100 plus, which would, for our region, equate to a heat advisory. Late week, much cooler because we have a strong frontal boundary moving on in. By the time we get to Thursday, this is where our rain chances have increased, and then they come back down as we get that aerial low out of here. Saturday for the weekend, it looks pretty good. Roughly about a 5% chance or so. Here's your national design mark for the rest of the evening here. Notice we'll still keep some clouds around. A couple pops is still going to be likely for the early morning hours tomorrow. On top of that, some patchy areas of fog. So that will likely stick around through about 8, 9 a.m. tomorrow, depending on where you are. In the afternoon, we'll clear our skies out, upper 70s to even low 80s. I think bottles will likely pop into the mid 80s, around 85 to 86, maybe even 87 degrees for some areas inland. Still keeping with a cool breeze along the lakeshore, but we'll still also make it into the 80s. Tomorrow evening, mainly cool skies, so we'll still be able to see that supermoon. On Wednesday, even more heat becomes even more pronounced across the region. Mid to upper 70s around the noon hour for us on Wednesday along the lakeshore. Mid to low 80s expected inland, and that'll still keep cooking once we get to the 3, 4, perhaps even 5 p.m. hour where we start to get some rain cool pops moving through the atmosphere. But again, that's likely going to be between that 20 to 30% chance likelihood. Temperatures right now, some 60s, some 70s. Again, not that bad, but still humid out there. We'll keep the 60s around waking up tomorrow morning. Lighter winds will equate to a little bit of fog emerging. Afternoon high temperatures, I promise you this, will be in the 80s widespread tomorrow. I think downtown will likely pop into the 80s as well. A little bit cooler out towards Chardon and also Ashtabula in around the 80 to 83 range. Lakeshore forecast for you tomorrow. 1 to 2 feet waves, variable winds, 5 knots or less, so it's still going to be fairly good for us as well. When you look at your long-term forecast in the New Home Mortgage 7-day outlook, storm potential again expected by Thursday afternoon into the evening. Mid to upper 80s giving way to 60s overnight. A few lingering early showers on Friday, mid 70s, and still back into the upper 70s for the start of the weekend. Maybe a pop or two on Sunday and staying in the low 80s. Matt?
All right, we'll take it.